Hello.
Hello. Sup? How you doing? Welcome everyone to stream. I hope you're all looking forward to some lovely, lovely education today. As our agenda is how we do Pokemon ROM hacks, and well, ROM hacks in general, and all sorts of really cool architecture-y stuff. But yeah. Let's go through the welcome list. Alright, so welcome to stream. Pulp Bolts, hello, Asta the Cat Girl, Six Lack Jesus, and a K-Guy343 II, Oxley, Casman, Riot Line, Jimmy Map, Oxidite, welcome to stream. How you guys doing? Today, well, I spent hours trying to figure out all this shit because as it turns out, the emulation community and the ROM hacking community are very, very insular. And there's no like very easy outside access to stuff. Like with a lot of the programming and hacking stuff, it's always like, yeah, here's these resources, here's all this stuff. It's all beautifully written out really nicely. Since a lot of the ROM hack community is a bunch of people in their bedrooms figuring out random shit, there is not that much great documentation. I'll be honest, it's quite possibly the most obtuse and difficult to enter field that I've encountered so far. That isn't like quantum computing. But even that, I'd say quantum computing is like actually documented. ROM hacks is just a bunch of really weird shit. Welcome, Scrotum. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, they got the trade secrets. Sadly. Oh. Hey, Modest Narcissist. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Hi, Eraser. Welcome to stream. I hope Narcy had a good stream. Yeah, hide your code, hide your ROMs. It's not to say that they're hostile, they're just like, they're not very good at documentation. Because, as you may see, with some of the bits we have to educate today, the Game Boy itself is a little bit fucked to develop for, because back then, C compilation wasn't advanced quite enough yet, to the point where it could be optimized enough for a Game Boy. Because remember, compilers have improved massively over the years, to the point where the same code compiled in the late 90s would run an order of magnitude times worse than the same code compiled today, because compilers just become that much more optimized. So compilers being the thing which turns like the written codey text stuff into the actual executable stuff. Hiya, Subletta Nubs. Hiya, Geronimo. Welcome to stream. I am doing quite well. I'm just doing a little pre-stream content before I go into the educational stuff. Yes, -01. So back in the 90s, C compilers are actually kind of shitty. And so that's why you see a lot of games were directly written in assembly. Like even then, because although they had improved a ton since like the 70s, they still, for really, really tiny systems like a Game Boy, had to have every ounce of its processor optimized out, because otherwise the game just wouldn't run. Like remember, Pokemon fits in 32 megabytes. All of Pokemon Emerald is 32 megabytes. The actual processor of a Game Boy is, if we take a look at the CPU, 8.4 megahertz at the most. Wow. So there's two CPUs, one at 8.4, one at 16.78. So your CPU is probably around 4 gigahertz, give or take a bit, which is insane. And the gameplay itself was nowhere near that much, like thousands of times slower. So there is a dilemma. We can't write code in the 90s as easily as we would now. We had to do it in assembly. Runs in Mario 64. Diadox runs smoothly on Cloud 02. Yeah. Oh, hi Nail. I'm glad you like the idea. Again, fair warning. This stream will be janky because this development and the set of tools is quite possibly the shittest distribution of tools I've had to have my hands on. It's a bunch of proprietary code from a bunch of weird randos and forums that may or may not work. So I've tested some stuff, and other bits I thought it'd be cool if we figured it out on stream. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Also, yes, I am sick again. Yay. I managed to get sick from some eggs today because I was having breakfast with my sister, actually. So she took me out to a little breakfast joint way too early in the morning. I was up to like 3 AM last night from stream. But thanks, Neil. I hope you have a good day. And there was a raw egg on my Eggs Benedict. Yeah. So that was when it's fun. And I naturally felt a little sick afterwards. And my sister was like, yeah, I don't feel so good. Yes, like Gordon Ramsay. It's fucking raw. Hi Mark. Welcome to stream. How you doing, buddy? So as for the rest of my day, I'm still really happy after feeding the monkeys in Sekiro yesterday. Can't wait for the over easy egg. The poached egg is so good though. It's so good though. I know I need to watch what I need to eat, but the food tastes so good. Food just tastes really good, you know? Like, it's fair enough that I keep getting sick, but it just tastes really good. Yeah, it's excruciating. Hi, it's Hundred Flame. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah, I need a vaccine for food poisoning. That'd be lovely. Like me with Megarang. Oh yeah, Megarang often makes me sick as well. I do love like the soy sauce, chili, the oil, but yeah. That's all I'll say is it makes me perpetually sick. Now, I don't know if I have like a fucking egg allergy or some shit, but it keeps happening. Yes, I would like a 7-egg stomach implant, please. Fuck Cyber Eyes. Give me a 7-egg stomach. I want to like turbo digest shit. I want to be protected from my constant barrage of food poisoning. Please. So yeah, some other things are a little neat that I figured out from my research today and yesterday for the stream was the Game Boy is a weird console. As far as the architecture goes, it is odd because they use 25-bit addressing systems for the cartridge memory. The cartridge memory is addressed 25-bit. Now, even if you don't know anything about computers, that just sounds weird to you because you know, like, oh, 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit. So, you know, like, it's doubling. What the fuck is 25-bit? Why is 25-bit? So, yeah, the cartridges are really weirdly addressed because they can fit 32 megabytes. But as I'll say, like I'll do some drawings. I'll do some little schizophrenic ramblings. But let's get our web wiped up. as you can see, if this comes up quickly, come on, we each 369 mems in Discord. Oh, sweet. It's like this streamer with 3 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, see, like 3 gigabytes of RAM is such a weird number. Why? Who hurt you? Why is it like 3? So anyway, so the Game Boy, so the Game Boy Advance, actually, because that's what we're focusing on today. Because the Game Boy Advance is pretty easily editable. It has 25-bit on the cartridges. So those little cartridges which look kind of like mushrooms, like this. They hold 32 megabytes. Or well, 16 to 32. So you may wonder, okay, where's that number come from? Why is it 16 to 32? Well, because these are 25-bit addressing. That means that because of how binary works, remember it's every single bit is either 0 or 1. So there are 25 zeros or 1. So 2 options, 25 times, is 2 to the 25 maximum values. This equals, if you put into a calculator, 2 to the 25. It's this number. So it's that 33,554,432. Now this number looks a little unintelligible, but this is how many bytes there are. So 2 to the 25 is this many bytes. And so that 33 million blah 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 is the bytes. So convert it into kilobytes, we divide by 1024, or about 24 for bytes. So that's the kilobytes. And we divide by another 1024 for megabytes. And funnily enough, this actually leaves us, if we do this ourselves, 32 exactly. So 2 to the 25 divided by 1024 to make kilobytes, divided by 1024 to make megabytes, leaves 32 megabytes exactly. So a 25-bit addressing system leaves the cartridges with a maximum of 32 megabytes, which is really interesting because what the fuck? What? Why 25? Why specifically 25? But as we'll go through this, turns out that the bottommost bit, so the bottommost bit they use to store the memory, is actually always 0. So turns out, like, so like you'll have like your 1011011110 blah 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 blah. Then all the way to the end, this is always 0. So they have 25 bits across here. So it's always 25. But this one is always 0. So effectively, they only have 24 usable bits in a 25-bit system, because I mean, if this is always 0, that's not really useful for information purposes. So, hiya Spookin, welcome to stream. How you doing? So if only 24 are usable, that means this is all like in this calculation, instead of 2 to the 25, it is 2 to the 24, blah 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 blah, which results down to 16 megabytes. So for, okay wait, that's really confusing. Why, what? That is really confusing. Why is it supposed to be 25 bits and gains of 32 megabytes exactly, but only 16 megabytes is accessible? Well, turns out they need address mappers. So they have address mappers for the even bits. So this one is always set to 0. That means like even bitted stuff would be inaccessible. But because of the way it works, they have address mappers which allow you to switch them over and access the other 16 megabytes of memory. So the Game Boy Advance's memory layout is really confusing. What's the context of this? So this is a Game Boy Advance's cartridge. It uses 25-bit addresses, at least with the information I can see. And this makes it super confusing because, well, why? I wonder if they did this make cracking more difficult. No, I think it's just an optimization thing. Like, based off the hardware, I think it's just optimization. Now, there's a couple various architecture websites, which if I load up here. So there's this one by Adria Petty, which goes into in-depth visualization of the Game Boy Advance's architecture. So you can see they have WRAM, serial connectors. This is the actual on-system stuff. So they have the 32 kilobytes of RAM, the CPU, the second CPU, more VRAM, the graphics, some ROM memory, as well as this is the game pack itself. Oh well, that's two. So you either have the ROM program, the battery, and the SRAM, or you have one with a mapper. So this is the CGB Game Boy game. So this is the one that is 32 megabytes, so it needs a memory mapper in order to actually run in your system. Because as you see, all of this is necessary to get it to run. Because by default, if you consider that by the specification, there can only be 24 bits usable, you can only use 16 megabytes at once. That is these games. But if you use a address mapper to access the rest of the 32 megabytes, that is this one. So yeah, if you take a look at these, let's see. AGV game pack. AGV versus CGV. You should see these wherever they are, but yeah, they don't actually give a very easy visualization of them, but there is a difference between them on the internal hardware. And of course, depending on how much you know about RAM or not, but this random access memory, this is the super fast stuff, and this is like your cartridge uses to store save files, because RAM is random access memory. You can access any part of it. So it's really great for little bits of data that can be stored with the game. So your save files, there is the ROM, and next to it is the RAM. Inside this cartridge. So this is like a little cartridge. This RAM has to be connected to a battery. The reason why is because RAM loses its memory when it loses power, whereas read-only memory doesn't have the stipulation that needs to be accessed and written to. So it can just be dumb data. It's literally just able to exist without electrical power because it doesn't need a change. The fact that RAM needs a change means that it needs a battery to keep its states updated. And if that battery dies, that means that all of your save data is lost. This is also why you can't share it with your friends. Because if you try and give a Pokemon Emerald to your friend, that means that, well, they're just going to overwrite your save file, because on the Game Boys and Game Boy Advances, the save file is stored on the cartridge itself and not the system. And the battery died and killed my Pokemon. Yeah, so as you'll see, it's like the battery life of a Game Boy Advance cartridge. 10 to 20 years, because these are CR1616 batteries. So a lot of them are reaching that end of lifespan now. Yes, thank God for emulators. So yeah, this battery inside of your cartridge, when this dies in 10 to 20 years, everything is lost. All of your memories, so all of your Pokemons and locations are lost. This is like the actual game data itself. So this will be like the sprites, the maps, the dialogue. All of this is stored in the ROM. So that's like when you go to the website and you illegally download your ROMs, which you absolutely should never ever do. I do not condone illegal activities. All ROMs found today are ethically sourced, straight from the game vine. Yeah, data is stored in the ROMs. So P is stored in the balls, data is stored in the ROMs. This is where like save file data is. So this is your save file data. This is the actual unchanging game data. Hi nobody, welcome to stream. My Pokemon Gold cartridge is already dead. Oof. Yeah, that sucks. A lot of old Game Boy games are pretty dead, because if you see the original Game Boy game batteries is the was it CR 2025? Yeah, they use the big CR 2025, so the apparently these actually last longer because they're a lot bigger than the original ones, so they may survive, but the half-life maybe shouldn't, especially with the production quality. So the CR 2024 lasts for 40 years. But if they had CR 1616s, they only last between 5 to 15 years. And a CR 2032, it's 10 years. But a CR 2024 lasts for 40 years. That is nuts. Okay, I didn't realize that. So if you have a 2024 battery, they can last for up to 40 years. Holy shit. I learned all of this when I was 12 when Pokemon Red killed my Pokemon. Oof. That sucks. That really sucks. I'm sorry. Rest in peace, you Zigzag. No, Pokemon Red. Rest in peace, your you little Torchic. No, not Torchic. Fuck, it's Generation 3 again. Charmander. Sorry, I've been thinking about Generation 3 a lot, so my brain has been broken. All I can think of is Gen 3. I love shiny Pokemon Gen 2, Rip, Nern, Butterfree, and Gyarados. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really unfortunate. But yeah, a really common way of ROM hacking, well, not particularly ROM hacking, but game hacking, is to edit the memory of your game as it's running to make shiny drop rates faster, or make your Pokemon save file have shiny Pokemon. That's a really common thing, because I saw a friend. He opened up his Game Boy and he had like 30 pink Kyogres, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? I was like, yeah, my brother did it. So the oil worked on the Great Ape. Nah, powering did though. Yeah, the oil was kind of useless. The powering pattern was actually pretty easy. Once I got used to it. Turns out that Sekiro tools are basically useless, except maybe with firecrackers. But the parry never fails. Except when it does. But yeah, very interesting. So super long battery life. Oh, where were we? Yeah, so this is why you couldn't show your friends. Yes, I was gamer raging. I almost said a lot of gamer words. I apologize. But that's that. So yeah, Game Boy Advance memory system, very interesting. 25-bit memory addresses leave 32 megabytes of memory. And a little side tangent from this, because a lot of people get confused. But megabytes, 1000 or 1024. So the official rules have come out that megabytes are 1024 kilobytes. The whole bytes aspect, oh well, not mega, but these ones. So if it says megabytes, it is 1024. If it says MIB. This is a new specification that's come out rather recently because a lot of people got confused. Hey, how do you have my beer empty when it's 6:30 a.m.? You do realize this is a Twitch stream. I'm not a bartender. I apologize, but welcome to the stream. I suppose you drink it. Where was I? Yeah, not a bartender yet. There's still hope for me. There's still hope. So, MIB. This is not Men in Black. They're close. It is maybe bites. So take a look. Maybe bites. Is... Oh no, okay. I fucked it up. Okay, so 1 megabyte is 1,000 kilobytes, 1 megabyte is 1,024, and the confusing thing is that you'll see, because this term wasn't really as defined until recently, a lot of people fuck it up, me included. So this is a megabyte. These are 1,024. A megabyte is actually 1,000. So that's why your hard drive manufacturer, if you go to use a, whatchamacallit, hard drive, so a 1 terabyte hard drive. This is using terabytes, not a tebibytes. So this means that terabytes are 1,000. Tebibytes are 1,024 that you would typically see with all these memory addresses and all of this stuff. So that means that when you buy a hard drive from your manufacturer, it is using this definition. So you actually really only get like, what is it? 930 something gigabytes. Because Windows uses, so Windows itself is using the MI, KI, etc. definitions of 1024 in a unit, whereas your hard drive manufacturer uses the new terabyte definition of specifically 1,000. So yeah, gigabytes. But 1 terabyte is 930 gigabytes. So this is a 1 terabyte is 930 gigabytes. Oh crap! But yeah, it's confusing because some people say megabyte. It's the terminology kind of sucks because it's only really recently defined, like as of a few years ago. So tebibyte, yeah, tebibyte. So as you can see, these ones, so you have gigabyte, megabyte, gigabyte, tebibyte. Now why are these two I and why are these two E? Good question. But they are. That's basically why. It's just they are that way. That's the way it is. Fuck. So yeah, a kilobyte is 1,000 bytes, but a kibibyte is 1,024. So the unfortunate thing is, because this has only really recently come into play with the actual proper definition being used, a lot of resources you read online use the wrong terminology. So they'll say that just an MB is 1,024. Like a lot of the explanations we would have seen for this one included, are actually megabytes and not megabytes. Because megabyte was the catch-all term used interchangeably for 1,024 or 1,000. So yeah, the SI prefixes kind of bit us in the ass because now we have a whole bunch of decades of history on the internet used interchangeably, and it's kind of dependent entirely on context, whether it's actually 1,000 or 1,024. So for generally, a lot of system selling stuff, it's 1,000. But for a lot of computer programming stuff, it'll be 1024. So yeah, if we go back to this would be sales. This would often be programming. There we go. Hi Alpha and Mega, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hi Delson. Yeah, my streams are Megabyte and Marco's a Megabyte. I'm a big. Some guy named that, no one questioned him. Unfortunately, kinda, yeah. So, this is where the confusion goes. And there will likely be a lot of confusion later in our lesson, as a lot of these guides are written literally at least 10 years ago. Some of them are close to 20. Was I supposed to round this down? Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Yeah, 1020 was pretty close. So, now that we've covered that, let's go into another topic. So, the actual part of this stream is, if I get it there, the red up. What is a ROM hack? So, ROM hacks, by definition, it is edits of ROMs. These are typically games. Theoretically, it applies to anything, but usually, and for the purposes of this stream, it is games. I'm using prefixes almost as bad as like a null, not equal, does not exist, not equal, false. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Hiya, extra, welcome to the stream. Edits of ROMs. Yeah. So, the hack plot comes from it being actually a little unauthorized. Hiya, August Mulder. Welcome to the stream. What's the question? So they're a little unauthorized. Nintendo actually does take a little bit of DMCA action. Yeah, truthy, falsy, sucky. What does ROM stand for? Good question. So that's a great question. ROM stands for, if we move this over, read only memory. This is memory that cannot be edited. It is stuck the way it is. Examples of read-only memory are, let's say, books. A book is printed. You don't really change it. Well, not as easily. Same thing as a CD. A CD that you get from a store is exactly the same. You can't really edit your video game CDs. Other examples of ROM would be, trying to think. Oh, like your phone's firmware for some stuff. So unlike RAM, that's random access. Yeah, you've got it. So RAM can be edited, but it needs to always be powered on. Because if RAM loses power, that means that it cannot keep its data anymore. Whereas ROM is, well, there's no need to edit it, so it doesn't need power until it's accessed. Hiya, Wraith Blade. Welcome to the stream. Compact discs not to confuse Christian deal. Yes. Compact discs, if that's necessary to actually specify. I hope you all know what a CD is. All confused out of ROM chips are hellhole programs. If you want to do a new program, just switch out the chips. Also, Kony music keyboards, and you can switch out music instruments. Yeah. So ROM chips have been a thing for ages, but this is the most common ones I think you guys would know. As like a CD, like your DVD or Blu-ray, is read only. So you read data off of it, but you can't put new data onto it. So these are ROM hacks. They're editing this read-only memory. But that sounds a little bit weird, because we just said you can only read the memory. Well, the reason why you can edit the memory is because we have our game cartridges. So this is our Pokemon. We take this to a PC and we do what's called dumping. We take a big fat dump, and what we get is a ROM file. This is the read-only memory from this cartridge. And so we can feed this into an emulator. And what this does is it loads up this this read-only memory. Yes, they do. They kind of look like toast. It's really cute. So they load up this read-only memory. And then what they do is they populate all the RAM. So the RAM holds values and the ROM loads the assets. And this is the live data. And it simulates the game. So we've done a stream on emulation before, but essentially we take our physical cartridges, we dump the RAM off them, and we feed that, dump the ROM off them, and you feed that ROM into the emulator. And since that ROM contains all the essentially game files, think of it just like a disk you put into your Xbox. It has all of the game files because it's not meant to be edited. And the RAM takes those assets, loads into here, and does like all your player position data, your health bar, etc, etc. Yeah, it's read-only memory, but what if it wasn't? Yeah. Take a dump on Pokemon. But how do you edit this? Because I mean, it's still supposed to be read-only, and we're just taking memory from it. Well, we can actually introduce a new step into our chain. So what we can do is, if we, before loading this memory into the emulator, we take it and we use a little magnifying glass and we look inside of the file and we see that there is actually made up of a whole bunch of letters and numbers. We can change these letters and numbers, also known as hexadecimal, into whatever we want because we're on a computer. We have the file. We can edit it. There's nothing stopping us from editing it other than the specification of how it should be used. But unlike a cartridge, we actually can't edit it. So we can't edit a cartridge. We can read from it, dump it to a file, and edit that file. Yeah, just like Nier. So we can change this 8 to, say, a 2. And you may think, alright, well, what does changing an 8 to a 2 do? Well, since all you see in front of you, just like in the Matrix, everything you see is a number. I am made up of a billion ones and zeros. My voice is a billion ones and zeros. This image you see of me is a bunch of ones and zeros that correspond to colors, depth data, and a whole bunch of processing to deliver a Twitch feed to you. If you were to take a image from, let's say, a monochrome panel. So this is a very simple image. Each of these would have a color value in a pure PNG encoding. So each of these would have their own color value. So this would be like 0x, F, 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 for I believe white. This one could be, if you want it to be blue, this one would be 0x, RGB, 0, 0, 0, 0, F, F. And this one would be blue. So in saying all of this, just have some more water. So in saying all of this, everything you see is data. There's nothing special, there's nothing sacred about any data. We don't live in Warhammer 40,000. We don't pray to the machines. We know how this stuff all works. It's just data. A ROM file is just a bunch of ones and zeros in hexadecimal code. That's all it is. But what about the killer Nintendo drones? Oh yeah, they may shoot me through my window. But none of this is illegal. This is all knowledge stuff. And I'm saying, you guys, this dumping, of course, this has to be your own games. For legal reasons, this has to be your own games. As we all know, piracy is bad. Piracy is very bad. And we wouldn't do that, would we? So all of this must be your own games. And obviously, I definitely have my copy of Pokemon Emerald sitting by me right now that if exposed to camera would spontaneously combust. So for safety reasons, I can't show it to you. But it exists. Yeah, you wouldn't download a car. That's right, you wouldn't download a car. So now knowing this, there is nothing sacred about once we've taken these off the cartridge themselves, and we have the physical data file. Well, digital data file, not physical. That means we can literally edit whatever we want. And so the structure of that game might say, alright, this is how a sprite looks. So all of this is sprite mapping. This color is literally its RGB equivalent of each thing having the 256 values. And we can just change this. So instead of 0xFFF, we change this to be 0xFF 0000. And this might be the color encoding for red. And so what we've done here is we've changed one value by doing a hexadecimal edit, and now this color is red. That could be as simple as making Mario's eyes bright red, like it is a creepypasta. With 3D printers, I would download a car. You could. There is nothing stopping you from downloading a car, actually. You could do that. I mean, the Zuck is slowly going that way with the whole metaverse thing. It's allowing us to download a car. Yeah, so if we, download a car. Where is it? Yeah, so if you just right-click this and save as, you've committed piracy. Hi, I'm that mouse. Welcome to stream. I hope you're going well. We've gone into some ROM hacking stuff. So far we've gone into in-depth on the Game Boy Advance's 25-bit addressing system and why they need address mappers, because 1 bit is always set to 0, so there's only 24 usable bits, or 16 MB. When I say MB or megabytes, I usually mean MB. But sometimes I'll say megabytes because that's what everyone is used to. It used to be that megabyte was 1024, but people kept confusing it, and manufacturers want to use 1000 for marketing terms. So, yeah. I'm letting in Simpsons voice because there's still games of ways when I try hacking. Or plug. But yeah. There are terabytes, tebibytes, MB, kibibytes, etc, etc. Now, so we now know we can dump these games. We can take the digital files. We can put them into a hex editor. We can manually edit them. But games are complex. It's a whole bunch of code. Like, say if we have our code like this. If player dot health, let's say is less or equal to 0, that means we'd activate some piece of code that game over. We don't see it directly like this. We can't open up Pokemon and directly see our code like this. If we could, that'd be great. There are some projects that try and do this. Known as decompilation projects. So they decompile the binaries of the Pokemon ROMs, and they actually try and assemble it into readable game code. And then they recompile it into something that runs in an emulator. But that's still quite a bit away off. for a lot of the games, because a lot of it is very manual work, very tedious, and a whole bunch of really weird stuff. I mean, if Yanari Dev was involved, it'd probably look like that. Yeah. So essentially, this whole thing might actually turn down into this. So this is more what it would look like in the actual file. It'd be like 0x 7a 1 1 2 3 4 7, and the next one is 0x a 7 1 1 2 3 4 7, 0x 1 2 3 7 b c. It'd just be a number of random looking strings of hexadecimal characters, because it is written, again, primarily in assembly. And so a lot of the instructions in the game cartridges are literally assembly. And a lot of the game data would be encoded in a very special way. So, we've now learned a couple things. We can edit the game's memory. We can edit the RAM running live, or we can edit the ROM itself. That is at its most basic version, a ROMHack. Now, ROMHacks, by that definition, are easy. So editing any memory, any memory, is really easy. All it takes is a hexadecimal editor to edit a file and you load it. That's it. Easy. But the really difficult part is knowing what memory to edit. So knowing what memory to edit is actually the hard part. So this is the bit that's really difficult. And yeah, Nutmouse, that comes into it, is that unless they have a community that's dedicated to it and has already done documentation, a lot of ROMHacks is figuring out a bunch of random bullshit. It's trying to figure out, okay, which memory address does this place go to? Which memory address does this place go to? And a lot of the instructions are kind of confusing, because Pokemon is extremely well documented. Pokemon Emerald, as well as Pokemon Fire Red and Generation 3, are really well documented. But say you want to play Timon and Pumbaa's Bizarre Adventure on the Game Boy Advance, Revision 3 Japan Edition, those memory addresses will be incomprehensible numbers that no one has mapped out, so no one knows what they actually mean yet. So this process is something you have to do for every game differently. There'll of course be like various similarities, but remember, we only have 32 megabytes to play with. We only have 32 megabytes. That means you need to fit in this game cartridge of 32 megabytes, sprites, maps, text, story, as well as all of the scripting. All of this for the entire game needs to fit into 32 megabytes. And funnily enough, that brings us to how Pokemon did it. So Pokemon actually, if I bring up the, where is it, not this one. I have the image, here it is. So Pokemon actually encodes that text like this. So this is 16 by 16, aka, there is 16 values, there is 4 bytes. This is 4 bytes if I remember correctly. So, this is the entirety of the Pokemon ASCII table. But, well, it's not ASCII. So can you make the game say funny things? Like, say, can I edit Gary and Pokemon to say a whole bunch like fuck? Just say swears everywhere. Yes. Will it be as easy as directly modifying ASCII lines? No. So ASCII doesn't really exist in Pokemon, because as you can see, 0, 1 is this A, and there's a whole bunch of other random letters in between. As we get over here, B, B, BB relates to A. The first lowercase a is D5, which in hexadecimal, typically for ASCII table, only the first half of these values are actually taken up. I know you can brick all the games by trading Korean Pokemon English cartridges. That makes sense, because a lot of it might like map over to here. Because a lot of them have different tables. Because yeah, this is a character table. So these character tables are proprietary for some games. Advanced Wars actually has ASCII encoding. That's one of the exceptions, because a lot of them have very specifically random encodings specific to the game. Like here you can see the Pokédollar symbol at B7 and all the rest of the letters after that. It's very difficult to know exactly what a game's encoding will be until you figure it out yourself. So all of these ones are completely useless. These don't mean anything, but these ones mean something. These ones mean something, and these ones do. Yeah, Pokeball symbol. So you can see like the male and female, you have the POKE, MN, and all of that stuff. So yeah, these table files are just typically represented by a bunch of hexadecimal numbers for every specific game. Now, why do they do this? Why don't they just use ASCII like everyone else? Well, it's because it saves space. Hiya, Corrupted Pancake. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? So these save a lot of space compared to a regular ASCII encoding, because the first 128 values of ASCII are already defined, and they don't need those in Pokemon. They need Pokédollars, male-female symbol, POKE, blah 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 blah, all this random other stuff to include with it. Don't worry, if you're late for class, you're still allowed in. So yeah, Pokemon uses proprietary encoding that will not be the same for every Pokemon game, and will not be the same for any other game either. Okay. So, why do people actually do ROM hacks? So why are there ROM hacks? Let's go down to here. Why? The simple answer is, it's fun, it's familiar. And for many, on top of being fun and familiar, it's all they can do. For game development. So remember, back when this first started, like the late 90s, developing games was really hard. But if you can just change around a couple sprites and some different stuff, that means you're able to develop the game from scratch and figure out how to get it to run. You just change some textures around on a Game Boy. That effectively is making you an entire new game hacked out of an old one. Hey Marazu, education is going quite well. Welcome to stream. How you doing? So, the why is, well, it's fun. Hacking is always fun. And two, Pokemon especially is a really familiar series. Everybody knows Pokemon. So, it's something you can do that you'd likely be interested in, and other people would be interested in too. And you'll see, like, back in the 90s. So, back in the 90s, there was a lot of ROM hacks, like, say, Pokemon Brown. And there's a whole bunch of other random ones that give you a bunch of extra sprites, a bunch of extra Pokemon, change around lines a bit. And also, another side of this is that the only other alternative to game making you had was RPG Maker. And if you didn't want to make an RPG Maker game, ROM hacking, I know, is what some people did. Naturally, ROM hacking is a lot more difficult. But for some things, it's a lot less daunting, especially to like run on a console. Because remember, a lot of RPG Maker stuff is, well, it runs on your PC only. But theoretically, ROMHacks can run on the original hardware. So it could actually run on the OG hardware. Yes, Pokemon Brown. Damn, that is a whole buddy mode. Okay. Yeah, so we were running in the 90s. Very true. And so on this OG hardware, you actually dump it to a cartridge if you wanted to, and make homebrew games. Because all well and good if you make games on your PC. But making games on consoles is also still a very novel concept. And the possibility of ROM hacks means that, wait, I can actually change Pokemon. I can run it on my Game Boy. That's still cool today. Like, imagine making your own Switch games. There is still stuff today that is like, wow, that actually really cool. So homebrew has been a big scene, and ROM hacks are a big part of homebrew because, well, it's a way for you to run it directly on the hardware itself by just editing around a few things. Hiya, Demon. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Now, this doesn't come without some copyright issues. As often, ROM hacks have been used as bootlegs. So because you can just change around some textures very easily, like I said, well, not very easily, but easier than doing a full game, it means that there's some interesting bootlegs. So as you can see, there's a fake Pokemon Diamond. This fake Pokemon Jade with this really fucked up looking on Pokemon. And this famous one with the mistranslation. Yes, go to the elf's world. And someone bought Pokemon and it turned out to be this. So yeah, ROM hacks have a place for developers to try out their own homebrew games, have a lot of fun, do a whole bunch of cool shit. But they've also been used for a lot of bootlegs, and that caused a lot of developers to put in the title screen, yeah, if you bought this for money, you've been scammed. Hiya, Soldar, welcome to the stream. We are doing a bunch of education around ROM hacks and how to do some stuff with them. Yeah, you'd play that? I bet you would, I bet you would. But yes, it's very cool. So this is Pokemon Jade running at a crisp 16 colors. Can I ask EB if they have Pokemon Jade? Yeah. Yeah, you grab these at the Thailand flea market, you come back to Australia, and you'd be like, wait a minute. What do you mean Pokemon Purple isn't a thing? Yeah, just like the guys who sell Party of Minecraft for PlayStation 2. Alright, so we've talked about the what, the why, and a little bit of the how. I told people about how you can do a little bit of official hardware stuff. Yeah, Jade's in the Game Boy Color, yeah. And a difference in how they actually work as for the hardware itself. So, OG hardware versus emulators. So in the OG hardware, you'll have, as we saw with the... Where is it? Have it somewhere. Yeah, here. So the OG hardware has specifically these specifications. But the emulators will not have specifically these specifications. They'll have a whole bunch of random shit trying to simulate these specifications. So you'll have the RAM of the CPU, you have the controllers and stuff. An emulator can typically run faster can also have technically infinite resources. As well as be editable, as well as having save states. So we talked about before how the battery on a cartridge, over here. So the battery on a cartridge can run out eventually, and your save files on that cartridge will be nuked, as RAM needs power to actually stay persistent with this data. Well, the way that emulators can solve this is by instead using save states, or just directly non-volatile memory. So they can have save files or save states. So the save file is basically like the RAM in the cartridge. It's basically just like your regular save file, but instead of being in volatile RAM, it'll be a non-volatile hard drive space on your computer. A save state is taking everything. So it's a snapshot of all the RAM, as well as all the CPU state, as well as various registers. All of this bundled into a file so that whenever you run a save state, you're going exactly, you're putting the system exactly as it was. It's like setting up a racetrack. So it's like having all your cars, one car is here, and one car is here, versus saying, okay, a race is starting at this time. A save state is literally putting those cars exactly where they are at the specific point in the time. Put in the cloud. Yeah. IOC in short terms, Emily is getting instruction passed around Austin. What the fuck is this? How do I run the Windows machine? Essentially, yeah. But yeah, save states save everything. It is a snapshot of the system at exactly that point in time. Whereas a save file is like an in-game authentic way of saving stuff. So that'll be like your traditional save state that you have on a Game Boy. Save states are nice, but they're a nightmare for game design. Also, yes. Have a filled up sis. Yeah. So, let's see, what else can we do? So, how this stuff actually works is a little bit of a mystery. Because, like I said, the ROMHack community is actually very insular, fragmented, and not that great at documenting. There's basically no documentation. So they're having a lot of fun, but fuck if anyone can figure out what the hell they're talking about. Because as they go through a lot of these guides, you'll see that is a bunch of Pokemon community forums. As you go to this, you'll see it's a bunch of Pokemon community forums full of really long text posts from Poke Emerald Fan 92 asking about how shit works. And I was like, yeah, so here's a link. How does this work? I made a video tutorial 13 years ago on YouTube in Windows XP. See ya, Zelda. Thanks for coming to stream. There's no guidance on God doing anything beyond the 64. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. So, yeah, finding how to hack the Game Boy Advance is a little difficult because as you look through this, it's just like, okay, let's go look to inserting battle backgrounds. So we go to read this one. You'll see, alright, these are the tools you need. The nameless tilemap editor, old version of Paint, hex editor, free space finder, emulated with Fire Red ROM. Okay. And you look through all of this, and follow all of these instructions. This is possibly the best tutorial I've seen so far. And even then, it results in this at first. Yeah. But it is ROM hacking. The other tutorials you'll see. Okay, if you just search how to ROM hack Pokemon Emeralds. Hi Primordial Blade. Welcome to stream. You'll see a lot of resources, kinda, but a lot of it is also explaining ROM hacks and not really showing you how to do ROM hacks. There is a 2022 series, which is good, but it'd be really nice if this was written the fuck down. Why do you need to make a video? Why can't you make a good written tutorial? Why does everything need to be a video? This stream included. Ugh. And you'll also see some like really old ones if you go to YouTube. Yeah, everything should have an Arch wiki. Yeah, it's nowhere near as documented as hardware hacking is. So if you go to this and we search Pokemon Emerald. Pokemon Emerald ROM hacking guy. And we sort by oldest. Oh, it doesn't actually sort by the reverse. But there's really not much results. Because you gotta look at some of the tutorial videos. So, how to do ROM hack, change sprites. And you'll see there's a lot of guides from 2010, so that's 12 years ago. And I remember there was a really cool video of it that was a lot of Windows XP stuff. Hi, it's Techglide. Welcome to stream. How you doing? You can find a document telling you exactly how to exploit your Switch with a paperclip, but nothing even on decompiling ROMs. Basically, yeah, it's really shitty. And a lot of these links, as they are random forum links. I think this used to be an explanation image, but now it's an anti-Ukraine war image. And like, power to that. But as far as archival of the internet goes, you can't follow fucking any of this because you can't see a lot of the shit. Because if you go click some links, yeah, this one doesn't work. If you go to this one, say alright, you'll see a box like this. Where's the box? Well, guess what? It doesn't load. Yeah, 17-year-old photo bucket links kinda don't work well. But yeah, there's a male hack from Sydney posting this in 2010. He'll now be 44. This guy has kids, and we still don't know how to hack this shit properly. Because there's very few persistent links to stuff. Like, of course, Earthen View works, but like, bruh. What a Twitch with anti-war instead of stream? That'd be funny. Yeah. Yeah, like, I know war sucks, but I'm here to hack Pokemon Emerald and get Gary to say butt. Hi, Lonnie Loves. Welcome to stream. How you doing? So, I saved some what seems to be good tutorials. Now, this one is a Google Docs link. It's literally... It's literally Google Docs. So if you take a look at this, it's like, hello everyone. Today I'll show you how to insert thread, and it can't zoom it in either. This is just how it looks. Because if I zoom it in, it does that. So that's fantastic. So it's like, okay, you need to name a sprite editor, Earthen View, a Pokemon ROM, and a 64 by 64 picture of your sprite. Yeah. Videos are dead links, but videos have both dead links. Like, yeah, download this, it's in the description. And the description has been changed to download Crypto Miner 72. Hey guys, welcome to my tutorial. Yeah, no Raid Shadow Legends VPN sponsor. It's just this. So this is the most reliable one that I could see. So, first thing you want to do is open unlz.gva or NSC. I recommend using NSC as easy to use in my opinion. Open up your ROM, go to options, plugins, select plugins, Pokemon.mpi. Yeah, Shadow Audible. So here you can see this one should allow us to edit the sprites. Now, what does this stuff mean? Well, Nameless Sprite Editor is a tool that has been devised for specifically Game Boy Advance games to edit those sprites from, I think it's usually targeting Pokemon. OpenView is, well, it used to be more common, but it was a way of viewing PDFs for free, as well as minor editing of stuff. Pokemon Run will obviously have this one. 64 by 64 picture sprite. I reckon we can make some shit as a community. But yeah, you see, this is the game information. This is sprite header. Oh, and also an important thing to consider is that only the version 1 of a lot of games actually works, because the updates actually change the memory locations, and they don't work for a lot of other ones. Now, I downloaded the web archive, archive.org example of Pokemon Emerald. Of course, because I have my own version, I need a cross-check. And it has a lot of things with it. It has a lot. By my count, 269 versions of Pokemon Emerald. 269. Yeah, nice. Let's see if I can open up some of these and show you. Let's get Visual Boy Advance M. Let's do a little window capture on this one. Let's see if we can capture this one through Visual Boy Advance M. Oh, there it is. Let's see if we can run this. Let's see if this actually works. Okay, so I need to do File, Open. And let's go back to Pokemon Emeralds, and let's choose this one. What the fuck is this? Wait. How's it different? I'm not noticing anything particularly different yet. The intro is always really cute though. Okay, but it still seems the same. But also just make it a little quieter. This still seems the same. Oh. The other thing most hacks have made differences. I mean, maybe. This one says Tahomon. Let's start. Okay. How do I? Is it said? Wait, I need to see the controls. Input, configure. WSID. A is LKIO. Gotcha. A relatively known thing in the community. Okay. Let's see what happens at least. But this is an example of a ROM hack that well, there we go. Huh. Another human entering Gensokyo. There. Oh well, welcome. My name is Marisa Kirasame. The greatest sage. Yeah, wait, this isn't professional. Oh. Oh no. Alice made dolls to resemble us. Any use of playing. Denmaku anything. They call them many phones too. She made far too many. Have praised the sun. Welcome to stream. Puppets also roam the wild. Even the yokai got scared of them. The Hakurei border weakens once again. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, poor Ditto. Poor Ditto. What's all about? Oh god, there's another one. Pick your destiny. Marry or rancor. Wait, boy. Boy? Go. Boy. Go. Okay. I know. It's 2022. Yep. Okay. My name is... Look. Let's say this. So it's fuck. Yes. Fuck. Your human village with Io. So as you can see, so far it's sprite editing. Mate, Io may give you something, perhaps a puppet of your own to play with. She can be weird at times. The destiny shall begin. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see if they did any extra editing. Your only way to replay Terhormon. Oh my god. Okay, we can also, as this is an emulator, we can do turbo mode. So we can increase the speed to, let's say, 600%. Let's activate turbo. Yeah, as you can see, it's really quick. Very quick. Wow. Let's disable that. I want to play the creepy puppet game. I mean, we have to. Okay, can I please just hurry this up? Jesus Christ. Do this one. Come on, go. A trap's gay. What's the consensus? I don't know. Maybe. It sure looks like it. But this looks to be big things that wait. She set up her trap card. Wait, what? I set up my trap card and wait, is this just the whole game? The Legend of the Pads. I touched the clock. Okay. The clock has stopped. Oh yeah, right. Mom, you gave me Pokemon. We have Pokemon Herm. This game is Pokemon Herm. Yeah, it's a little Fuck! You should pet Chen. They was so nice indeed, but their weakness is catnip. My name. I could be your guardian. Call me Mum. You can't say no. Foo. What? Come here. Alright, let's... I get it. Okay, so it looks like this is the whole thing. I wanna watch Io. A girl your age is next door. Alright, let's see. So now that we know what a ROMHack is like. Human village. And then still a child telling us to stop. Great. Yeah, we need puppets. Yeah, she's off being a Shirtacon. Let's open this one. This one looks interesting. Okay, let's open this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, there's nothing specifically wrong yet. Yeah, go play Hormone yourself. This is secretly a depressing story in abuse battle. A kid then just child made him believe their own mother. Yes, there's nothing specifically wrong yet. Professor Birch is still here. Oh! That's child. Your mother. Yes, Mirazmi. This is Moemon. This is where Pokemon are now anime girls. Many anime girls. Are you a boy? I'm a boy. I'm big boy. My name is and I scream. It's like a hotkey that I can use to please speed this up. Jesus Christ. I had a sudden urge to cry. Okay. Hold the uos. But yeah, as you can see, ROMHacks. Very interesting. Lots of different uo potential. So, what we should do is we should try and figure out how the fuck we edit these ourselves. So, back to this thing. Sorry, set the music back up. Hey little boy, do you want to run this? Yeah. Slavery. We should not do slavery. Okay. So where was it? So we need to open up the plugin itself in the sprite editor. Pokemon.npi. Click run, and you can see a circle with that in the middle of it. Okay, let's open up nameless sprite editor. This is basically every fantasy harem. Essentially, yes. Essentially, yes. Okay. Nameless sprite editor. Let's open this one up. Okay. So instead of the Game Boy, we have this one, which is No, don't worry. It will not be haram. There is very little haram going on. So this is the nameless sprite editor. Well, hopefully it'll work without much trouble. Let's see if we can open this up properly. ROMHacking Pokemon Emeralds. We want to do the ideally regular emeralds without any extra bullshit. Thanks, August Mulder, for the solar. Good night. Cool midnight discovery. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So where the fuck is the actual... Okay, there's a million different versions of Pokemon Emerald that I can't see which one is exactly the right one. I guess it's just this one. I guess it's just this one. Did that open up? Okay, so we have an issue. It doesn't work. bugger. It worked before stream. And now it isn't. Maybe open a different one. Okay, that doesn't work either. That doesn't work either. That also doesn't work. Oh, fantastic. The stream may be a failure. Yeah, Pokemon sprites, but... Oh, wait. No, wait. It's actually loaded. It's actually loaded. So if you go into this, you can see Moemon. Potentially. No. Seven, let's do 6 foot 50. Is it it? Ah, okay. That's the last one. All the unearthed. You love the tech streams? Oh, sweet. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm leaking the shinies. Wait, oh yeah, here's Kyogre. So, my friend had just a bunch of Kyogres. See if we can actually zoom. Oh yeah, okay, so we can zoom in all the way. Oh wow, that's transparent. Nice. Let's get... Yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of the chroma key. Put unknown to spell my name. Plug. Alright. So, green is actually the transparent color. Some of them don't have green. For some reason. I don't know why. But some of them don't. These are their palette swaps, because all they are just palette swaps. The shinies. Okay. How do you edit these? Let's see. So, plugins. Pokemon sprites. Yep. Make a bunch of Pepes. We could. Wait. The first one. So wait, let's go to Torchic. What is Torchic? Torchic Pokemon Index. What's the number? 255. Let's go to 255. You're gonna do what's called a game move. Oh. That's Holo. That's Celebi. Oh, here you go. Now this is Gen 3. Here we go. Hi, King Savage Snail. Welcome to the stream. We're doing some editing of sprites for Pokemon Emerald. Here you go. Torchic. So if we edit these, how do we edit these? Oh, we can give Torchic aids, I guess. Huh. Okay, so that's that. Nameless sprite editor. That's all of this one. So there's apparently other windows. Edit. Wait, palette. Okay, there's another window that has palette. The small glaive feels so good. Yeah. Okay. We should be able to theoretically... Yeah, we can change this. Okay, so let's just keep doing this. Yeah, I think that should be enough for our very first ROM hack. Give it a sword. That sword. Okay. And this is still using the color palette. This is still using its color palette. There you go. Save the palette to the ROM. Save. Okay, now, how do we do this? So we found the Pokemon this I want to replace. Great image color table. This is good. This is good. Okay. The background is there is the green screen. If the sprite looks like it's floating, move it down the picture. Now what do we do? We've saved the palette to the ROM, right? So we have Torchic, I think. And insert image data. Inserted data offset 0E3 CF64. So I think that worked. I think we inserted it. Which ROM? Export sprite library. That's on as NSLX. I think that worked. Oh, there's big brush. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's a different one. Oh, you can do a big stroke. Oh, okay. So this is where we can actually edit all this stuff. This is neat. Instead of Torchic, so let's start over. And so. Okay, wait. What should we do? Let's start with this. Give a nice big background. And then we'll have. What should be in the middle of it? Let's do. That's terrifying. I love it. Nice. This is now in Torchic. Okay, if we save this palette to ROM, and now we save this. Yes. Now this is data offset B61C9C. Insert image data. Insert palette data at DG1A18. We're doing very well. I think we've managed to figure it out. Now, if we... How the fuck do we actually... I guess maybe also easier if we do like a trainer. A trainer plugin. So we edit trainer sprites. Oh, okay. That plugin only supports Fire, Red, and Ruby. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work for us, so we'll have to do a different one. Hi, hello. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Okay, let's try that. Let's try that sprite. So I think we did the JGVA. I think. As well as the other ones. Create. So you have Pokemon sprites. Let's load that ROM and let's see if it still comes up, because this is at index 280. Not Leaf Green and Sapphire. It turns out Leaf Green and Sapphire aren't as well documented, because in a place with very little documentation, that means we'd have to find the memory addresses ourselves, which we could do the hex editor. But that'd be a lot of extra unnecessary work, considering Emerald and Fire Red are really well documented. Oh, damn it. Does it not... Wait. Let's choose one specifically. Let's do... Is it J plus English or T English? I think it's T English.gva. And now we'll we'll do this. We'll do this as our one. So T English GBA. Save this. Insert. Oh, thanks for the 1,000 bits. Hello, that's very sweet. Thank you.
47,364__ cheered. X 1000. Keep up the work, Mako.
Oh, the trainer plugin. Yes, it seems like they only did work for Fire Red, or at least this version. There might be a different version, but that's all I can say for this one. So T plus English. Yeah, I gotta collect all the badges. Okay, so T English. Let's restart our gambling. Oh, okay, that crashed a lot of stuff. Is stream still live? Yeah. Okay. Plug. Now where's the Winder captcha? There it is. Let's get rid of this one. Here is Alwinder. Hi, Freeing Gaming. Welcome to stream. Don't worry, we're not dying, but we're doing ROMHacks. What the fuck? Huh. I don't think I was meant to use this version, but this is what we have. So let's see what happens. Oh. Oh. Okay, so it's in Japanese. Okay, that's low tab. Oh, I just realized if we edit low tab, that should be the first thing we see. That is that's switched around. If you edit low tab, that should be the first thing that's switched around. Let's find low tab. Where would low tab be? That's Mudkit. Low tab. Ooh, there it is. So if we do a bunch of these, where's our palette? Here we go. Like that. That should be the thing that first comes up. So that's how we'll know we're doing it right. Thank you very much to Ziz and stuff for the follow. Welcome to stream. How you doing? Okay. Now if we do this, do save. Oh wait, it's apparently too many bytes. Wait, shit, does it not actually let us do this? Oh, no, wait, that apparently worked. That apparently worked. The low tab be edited in the title intro. No, it wouldn't be edited in the title, you had to go in-game. So if we reload this... Because the title screen, I believe, is a specific different animation. Now make him shiny. I could. So let's go through these. New game. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Will the birch just out review the title animation? No, it should be like the actual Pokemon asset. Okay, let's see. Bush. Fur. Fuck. Okay, that didn't work. Why did that not work? Why does that not work? Editing the wrong file. We shouldn't be. Okay, wait, let's search how to use nameless sprite editor. It might be a special one for the cutscene, but I don't think so. That wouldn't make sense. How to use nameless sprite editor. Pokemon hacking tools. That's just a download link. God damn it. What the fuck Ugh. Aren't they normally animated like that? It should be. Like we can see the, like we can literally see those animation frames. So I think it just didn't get applied properly. That's hacking, etc., etc. Okay, instructables. How to edit Pokemon titles screen. I love that it just doesn't work. That's okay. That's okay. Holland-based ROM with Cancer-based ROM. Pokemon Emerald. Yep, that makes sense. Pokemon Sprite. I chose a Mew. Okay. Decrease color depth. Well, we already have that. Edit the palette. Yes. Create the top. What the fuck? What? For the managed data compress the LZ77 algorithm. We're gonna un-LZ GBA. Open file. Go to 2011. Import 16 colored edited Pokemon Sprite. What the fuck? Okay, so wait, if we go back to this one, we should be able to export the sprite. Export bitmap. Lotad. Let's dump this in a folder in downloads. Let's see if it's actually saved properly. It did. So that's saved properly. So that's step one. That's step one. Now our next goal is to get this to actually write it. Oh god, that looks cursed. That's terrifying. Huh. Okay, so sprites have palettes attached to them. Now we gotta figure out how to actually get this put on the screen. So I guess we download this. Let's make sure this isn't porn first. It's not. Plug. Download file now. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. Let's make sure it doesn't do like, your IP address is vulnerable. I can see your IP address. Yes. I am a human. Dump this, please. There we go. It's always really fun doing all this manual editing things, because you never know if it's actually gonna work, or if the guy that made the tutorial 10 years ago. If anyone ever feeling else, I went on a date yesterday. Oh, Pog. Thanks for the money. Pog. I'll take it, I'll take it. Un-LZ GVA. Okay. So we have the... We have it. Let's, I guess, go to Pokemon Emerald. Version Smeraldo. The fuck is Smeraldo? Not these ones. Not these ones. Why is it everything except the one I want? So is Yui English? I feel like Yui is English. No human, you're a shark. That is true. That is true. Gotta the distinction's important. You'd be proud for a moment. Oh, you've disappointed Marasmer. Okay, so Emeraldo is French. Smeraldo is Italian. What is UE? Is it like universal English? I feel like that's universal. That sounds like it would be universal English. Let's try that one. Let's see if this shows up properly. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I should really label these. Okay, this looks promising. Yes, this is English. So UE exclamation that I of course legally dumped of my many, many Pokemon cartridges. That's definitely that. Yep. Okay. We have a version. So UE exclamation. We've got the un-LZ GBA. Now, what was that tutorial we were looking at? Okay, click on import. So now we open up our un-LZ file. Open file, navigate to the ROM. So go to our downloads. Hi Zydarin, welcome to stream. Can you do a Fortnite move? No. I hope you want 12. But welcome to stream regardless. I'm doing ROMHacking. Oh, it might be easier. It might be. You're a legend. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Let's see. Emerald version UE exclamation.gba. Oh, okay. It did seem to find it. Hiya, Aussie fans. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? Okay. It did seem to find it. So now if we, instead of collab window there, we point this at not this one, but this one. No. This one. Yes. There we go. Oh. There we go. Alright, so this is what I see. This has now opened our ROM file, and it's ready for us to try hacking it. I'm doing great. We're learning about ROM hacking and all sorts of weird stuff. Now, the instructions kind of fucking suck, but that's okay. That's totally okay. Oh, there we go. 256 color mode, 16 color mode. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Once I finish opening, go to 2011. Okay, we stay in 16 color mode and we go to 2011. Ooh. Oh, I see letters. I think those are letters. They look kind of weird. Okay, this is all stuff. This is all stuff inside of the... Oh, these are all different palettes. Oh, I see. So that they have all a bunch of different palettes and that there's the data written to them. Hasn't until the start covering a Dark Souls ROM, so I'm waiting for that. Oh, yes. Okay, so I see clouds, some effects and stuff. Wait. Oh, that's the title screen. That's the title screen. So if you increase these there we go. So these palettes should be... Eventually, one of them has to fit. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what palette this is meant to use, but we found some sprites. You read DS's Dark Souls. Oh, I'm sorry. I did read DS's Dark Souls. Sorry, my brain is a little broken by Dark Souls. Yeah, these are some... They have a lot of palettes. Wow. Because they have 1,200 palettes. So the first colors they use is transparency. So the very first color in the palette is transparency. That's what you learn. And now I'm gonna find one that looks kind of the same. Now if... This is really silly, but if we do this, I'll just make sure to make a copy of this ROM that we can fuck around with. Okay, I've backed up that ROM. So now if we make make an edit to this. So click import. Go to our downloads, ROMHacking. Wait, where did it save the file? It's a .bmp. All files. Lotad. Oh, there it is. There it is. So we're replacing the Latias and Latios with with Lotad. Looking really shitty. This might look like shit. This might look like shit, but it will be fun. Okay. Yeah, Latadias. Let's see. So we import this. Now we click write to ROM. Top two options ticked and the bottom two. Okay, it opens a new window. So you guys can't see it, but okay. After that, click on the next button or type in 2012. It crashed. Maybe that worked. Let's see. Did it edit the file? Oh, it did. This ROM has now been edited. The ROM has now been edited. There is a .pal and a .spr. The date has been changed from 1996 to 2022. Okay, let's load up the ROM. Okay, let's see if a Lotad flies past us on the screen. Let's see. Come on. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Congratulations. We have now made our first ROM hack. This is the easiest way for us to verify it. Fuck yeah. Congratulations. You guys now know how to edit sprites. So back to our original window. So if we go back to all of this. So let's set up another one. This one, if we change this to be the name of sprite editor. The mic peak. I apologize. Alright, I was very excited. Not this one. Not this one. Yeah, name was right up. So you open this back up. And you close this one. We now edit this to be whatever we want. Because we have Lotad. So we can now make this whatever we want. Why did I show those two Lotads? Because originally the sprite, if you take a look at the wherever it was, unlz. So yeah, if you take a look at unlz, so let's get this back up. If we open our file, and we go back through it, you'll see that eventually it was a. Does anyone remember what offset we chose? Was it like the 170? Okay, it closed again. Dang it. So what it's actually doing is if we go use our backup file, then we go to the offset they originally said, which was 2011. And we move through these a little bit. So as we saw, yeah, here you can see that's the front of Latios, that's the back of Latios. So the Lotad, by having them side by side, it just showed, instead of having like two big long connected images, it was just two separate Lotads. And now what we need to do is we need to zoom through zoom through this and figure out what palette we use and where. So we can see some random shit here. Oh, wait. Okay, we found Gyarados. Okay, so now I need to... now I need to duplicate this. The Gyarados. We need to find Gyarados so that he's offset 2057. So offset 2057. I'll make sure to get out one that we should be editing and not the original. So 2057. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Make a marker Pokemon. All right, we will. We'll have me. We'll just have me. Oh, and the Patterer. Or we can do the Patterer. Okay, so we gotta get Earth and View. Let's download Earth and View. And our goal is to put the Patterer. Yes, I would like to keep Earth and View set up. Yes. Okay, now we have Earth and View downloaded. Our next goal is to find a double sprite. Or I guess twice long. So wherever our guide is, let's take a look at that guide again. It says wherever we were to edit this. Wait, I've lost it. Oh no, here it is. Okay. So choose your sprite. 128 by 128. Let's make a new image. 128 by 128. 16 colors. Because it needs to be 16 colors. Most coast ROMHack probably saw in the Pokemon the humans. Yeah. That's kind of Moemon, I suppose. But instead of human-based Pokemon, it's just humans. Height and the width must be divisible by 8. Okay, so you gotta do that. We need to decrease the color width to 16 colors. Okay, that makes sense. And then after this, I need to do. Sorry, I'll open up the. So instead of NSA, now we're doing Is it this one? So I need to swap this to Earth and View. So let's change this over. Switch here. Earth and View. There, so now we need to edit this window. Alright. Click image as well as to decrease color depth. Use Floyd Steinberg. No. Okay. There we go. Edit the palette. So image, palette, edit palette. Ooh, okay. Now let's download the Patterer. So, Patterer from Jimmy Map. The lovely Jimmy Map. Oh, it's posted on Discord. Give much love and praise to Jimmy, as he does a lot of great work. A lot of really cute Patterers. And if we do this right, we should have a terrifying Patterer marker visible on the main screen. So if we add this in. Can you like paste this over the top? Can we insert an image, please? Insert image. No. Okay, no. Let's open the Patterer. Let's open this one. Go to downloads. Frame 3 is almost finished. Fog. So okay, so we have a Patterer image. Now our goal is to go to image, resolution. resize. Our new size is now 128 by 128. Like this. There we go. Now you zoom this in. There we go, like this. And then we should be able to do, where is the color mapping? Hope your vocals are warmed up. I will sing Pataru at some point. But I am not yet ready, as my throat is a little weak. Okay, let's go to decrease color depth. So image, decrease color depth. Set it to 16. There we go. There we go. Alright, that's now 16 colors of Pataru. Hiya, Chunk Beef Thrust. Welcome to stream. Yeah. Let's edit the palette. So the image palette, edit. Okay, we have our colors in our palette. Let's export the palette. Palette, export. Let's put this inside of our ROM hacking folder. And we'll call this Pataru palette. And now I need to do export this. Yes, now I need to save this as a PNG. Pataru marker. Right. And so if I go and take a look at all of this, we should see, hopefully, Pataru marker sprite. Its size 128 by 128 and is 16 colors. That should be good, yeah. A marker one. Alright, now if we go to our let's go back to okay, I keep bringing up the rewards one, not that one. So if we go to here, now let's do import sprite. This PC downloads. Oh, okay. We have now replaced Rayquaza with Pataru marker. Okay. Good. Open file, go to... And then we do write the ROM. Yes. Compress size is FTC, I believe. Too big. Find space for use free space finder. Okay, so now I need... So, okay, we run out of empty space in the ROM. So now what we need to do is we need to figure out whether there's free space in our memory. So we'll download free space finder. And now we need to investigate our ROM. So we'll drop this in here. Yeah, we need to literally download more space. Okay, so free space finder FSF. And how do we use this? Okay, copy down the error. So if we write this to ROM, we get an error. FDC. Okay, so file, open ROM, go to our downloads, ROM hacking. You take a look at Pokemon Emerald version, UE exclamation, and we need FDC. There we go. Oh, E3C F64. That appears to be what we need. So needed bytes. Search in the beginning of the ROM. This, wait. Bottom right corner in the hex box. Wait, bottom right corner. Wait. Free space bind. Okay. Just to show you what I'm doing. Just to show you what I'm doing. This is the free space finder. Trying to find memory. Here it is. Here it is. So the free space finder is trying to find memory inside of our ROM file because it's something we need to do annoyingly to actually get this to work. No, this is legit. This is legit. This is inside the ROM. So it's finding free spots in memory. Not like as in free download RAM. Okay. So we need to convert FDC. So hex to decimal. So FDC is 4060. I know. Okay, apparently that is our next free slot. Yeah, so your brain has also been poisoned by it. Okay. Search. Now do copy. So E3C F64. And now we open up this one, and we click write to ROM. Automatically fix pointers. First text box, delete everything. Type in 2 zeros, and then copy paste. Okay. Pointer found at the changed. Oh, look. Alright, did that work? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna restart our emulation. Because that's what the old RAM is. That's what it looked like before. So if we did this correctly, it should show a little differently. Let's observe. Let's see. Yeah, so this should be a really shitty low tab that appears above. There it goes. Okay, there's our low tab palette swap. There that goes. Nice. And then, okay, Kyogre and Groudon in there. That's good. Hey! There I am. Congratulations. We now know how to insert really bullshit guys. Hiyo hoods. Oh, did you miss it? Oh, you missed it. Wait, let's look. Can we rewind? Oh, we can't rewind. All right, well we'll just have to do that again. Let's also create a save state, I suppose. Okay, yeah. So hoods. I'll play it again. I'll make sure to do a save slot. So we do Shift F1. Okay. Yeah, I will not use this knowledge for good. Okay. Hoods. Behold. There's meant to be a Latios above the— oh, there it goes. It's now a low tab scribbled out. That's meant to be a Latios or a Latios. And now, instead of Rayquaza, so you see Groudon, you see Kyogre. And now you'll see Patterer. There's Patterer. It's great. It's lovely. Wow. Amazing. Thank you, Jimmy Map, the Patterer. It's now forever cursing us. As you can see. Wow. Yeah, time has been well spent. We now know how to how to add in sprites. When we edit Groudon and Kyogre to be clear on another clear. I mean we can do that now actually. I suppose so. Let's grab a sprite of clear. Cause now I know the process. I'm gonna do some nefarious stuff with this. I'm glad you'll learn something. I'm glad you'll learn. But yeah. Very fun. So in summary, we can directly write our palette into this, which is fun. Yeah, oh wait, we should have undone the select palette. So the select palette, oh. We can make terrifying marker. Why weren't you at elf practice? I'm sorry, I wasn't at elf practice. But yeah, wow. Wasn't that neat? I know this is definitely way more scuffed than any other stream we've done before, but... Come on, man. Shit. Did I save over it? Fuck, I did. Okay, let's restart that. So once more from the top for anyone that missed it. We've successfully edited. You get a darky instead of yourself. Can I pay in heart attack instead of money? Okay, if I do. Yeah, and yes. The function keys are bound to my model, sadly. But I'm happy. We successfully managed to edit sprites. So if you want to clip something, this would be the one. Sir. Goodbye, Groudon. Goodbye, Kyogre. There is only Patterer. Yeah. That was really cool. Sir, that's really about all I wanted to show you guys. In summary, as we go through our autistic ramblings again. One second. What was it? We should have the Chrome. Yep, there we go. So if we just zoom this out again. I know, ignore the tabs, ignore the tabs. Look, again, I have 32 gigs of RAM, I'll use whole 32 gigs of RAM. So yes, in summary, where our whiteboard is, we learned a lot today, chat. You learned about megabytes versus millibytes, the structure of a Game Boy cartridge, how ROM hacking works, what ROM is, palette swapping, as well as direct texture editing, why decompiling games, is actually quite difficult. And knowing what to edit is a hard part, as we saw earlier. But if you take a look at this, you need to find free space inside of the memory file, as otherwise it can't fit our sprites. Yeah. I hope you'll enjoy that demonstration. I'll be playing Sekiro again tomorrow. Yeah. That was really fun. That was really fun. The full thing will be available as a VOD. Let us now go kindly into the good night. Thank you, Professor Marker. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed it. No vigil tonight. No, as teaching takes a lot out of me. Especially since I'm still sick. And I did all this research while sick. Yeah, the Nintendo Ninja is gonna hit my channel. But I hope you'll enjoy this. Let's now raid somebody. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Who's live? Ooh. Jean. That's right, Jean. So our raid message for this should be teaching instead of gaming. That's kind of cringe. Yeah, but there'll be plenty of gaming tomorrow. There'll be plenty of gaming tomorrow. Well, what shall the message be? Oh, Jean is a cute and no cute, come cute. Suave, strong, full. There you go. Yeah. Because she doesn't want to be called cute. We can't call Jean cute. We gotta respect her wishes. She wants to be, I would say motherfucker, but I'm not sure that you guys like instant banned. And I don't know if like profanity is an issue for like her auto mod. This is just in case. Call her a big, suave, strong fella. But yeah. Love Jean. All you, enjoy the stream. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. This is a short one, but we learned a lot today. Goodbye. Oh my god, what the fuck is... Jean is a log. Jean is a log. She's literally a log. Wow.